Trading around news events, especially pre-market, can be a little bit scary, but there are certain patterns that if I see them, I definitely want to take advantage. Today, I'm going to show you one of my favorite ones. Let's jump right to the charts and take a look. So we're in replay mode right now, and what I'm showing you right now is a 15-minute chart, and this is from Friday, October 6th, and this was the morning of the non-farm payrolls release. So I just kind of wanted you to see that we were in this range here. We had this previous swing low sort of way back here from a few days prior. And obviously you can see when the news came out right here at 8:30, we had this huge candle down, and then we started to kind of find a little bit of a consolidation there, if you will, just above this previous swing low. So we don't really need the 15-minute chart for this strategy, but I just wanted you to see it for context. All we're going to actually do is we're going to go to the 1-minute chart. And what we need here is essentially three things. So we've got our price action. We've got cumulative delta right here. We've got traditional volume down here. And then what I really like to use for this strategy is the anchored VWAP. And I'm going to anchor this from that 8:30 candle. This is, again, a 1-minute chart. So that's right before this huge sell-off. And I'm just going to make this a little bit easier for you guys to see. Okay, so this green line is our anchored VWAP from the moment of the news release. Okay? So all we really need here is this. This is all we need to see. So we had this huge sell-off. Price came up, bounced off that VWAP one time, and then came back above the VWAP. So here's the criteria. First thing I want you to notice, right here on this low. Here, let me make this a little bit easier for you guys to see. 1 second. Make this a little bigger here. There we go. Right here on that low, you've got a new lower low right there. And then if we look at our cumulative delta, we have that bullish divergence there. Now, the other thing that I want you to notice is the volume. So after this last push down, when we first made these two bullish candles here, the volume was sort of okay, and then these next two candles down were very weak volume. And then on this push up, when we broke this little micro swing high, kind of right across here, okay, when we broke that, notice that the volume started to increase on this move upward, okay? That's the other sort of little telling thing. And as we continued this, again, low volume on the bear candles, and then on this next push up, as we pushed above the anchored VWAP, notice again, volume increasing, and then consolidation on low volume. So this is actually right where you could have gotten involved in this trade, would have been right here, and let's get a little, let's see here, we'll do this. So you could have taken a break of that candle, sort of a little late on the replay for that at this very moment in time. Let's play this forward. Okay, so here we go. We got to fill. Now, let's talk stops and targets, guys. Let's keep this very simple. Stop goes right under the swing low, right there. Okay? If you want to be a little safer, you can put it a little bit lower under that anchored VWAP, but you can already see the anchored VWAP is curling up. Target, you have two options. One option would be target the session VWAP, which is this thin gray line right here. The other option for a target, if we zoom back out, let's go to this 15-minute chart, and let's take our Fibonacci retracement tool. And since this was a bearish impulse, what we can do, this blue line right here is the 50% retracement. And so since this is technically counter to that impulsive move, we could put our target just below that 50% retracement of this whole bearish move, okay? You guys see that? So that would be a little bit more of an aggressive target. And then we just play this through. And what I want you to notice, again, look at how delta Every time we push up and break structure, we have strong delta. This is just a very slightly increasing volume, but it's still higher volume than the pullbacks. Again, another push up, strong delta. Notice the delta holding up on those pullbacks. Again, the volume on the bullish move is higher than the volume on the bearish move. And this is pre-market still, so we're not expecting huge volume, okay? And as we continue to watch this play, you'll see we probably get a little bit of a stalling out here right at the session VWAP. That's very normal. There are a lot of people that trade around VWAP. And so that's why that would be the safer target. But again, notice volume continuing to hold up here. Delta continuing to hold up. Volume continuing to show strength as price moves upward. And kind of just missed the target there, but I'm pretty sure it's going to go right through and ultimately hit. There it is. Okay, guys? So really simple strategy. You're going to draw your anchored VWAP to the beginning of the news release. What you're looking for is delta to be in the direction of where you want to trade, right? So notice I'm not really interested in this sell-off here because look at delta. Delta didn't really drop that much on that news release. And as this, if we look at this right here, look at where delta is here compared to, like this is a huge drop in price action. And look at comparatively the delta. See, so I'm not that interested in that move. It probably would have worked out depending on where you took your entry. But what I'm more interested in is when I see how this delta is holding up and then I see us reclaim this VWAP, that's the move that we want to catch. Very simple.